Welcome back. Hope everyone's had a good Christmas, keeping well at the Pacific Point. Obviously it's not great out there. I'm in tier. Wasn't great for everybody, but we've done what we had to do and we made the best of it. So yeah, welcome back to Lawfolds. You have caught me at Lawfolds farm shop. I've just got to, unfortunately, buy some manure again for fertilising on field 39. We've done quite a bit of grass work in field 39. We've got loads and loads of grass out of it, and we have done silage bales as well. So I'm going to buy this bit of manure. So it's going to come to quite a bit. 399, not so bad. While we're here, we are going to do a bit of maintenance work on the tractor. We're going to get a bit of diesel, because we are low, as you can see at the bottom right hand corner, very low on diesel. So let's get some diesel. Fill her up. Bottom right hand corner, you see the fuel going up. What's this going to cost? I don't know. £212, not too bad. Right, so we've done that bit. Now, we'll drop the trailer off. We're going to do a little bit of maintenance on her. We'll turn her off. Let's have a look. Pop into here. Right, so we can repair or we can repaint. We repair it. I'm not going to worry about repainting it because I like the worn look, like it's actually done some work. There we go. Happy days. Fred has been going mad, and not in the bad sense, but he has been going mad doing contract work for us. I have leased another tractor for Fred to use. He's doing some sowing jobs, seeding jobs, and he's been doing some fertilising jobs. The seeder we have got is our seeder. I've bought that. We had one on lease, but I've actually bought one because obviously it's good for contract work. And the fertiliser is on lease, but it's not a lot. And the tractor's on lease, so we will. He's doing contracts. He's done a contract on field 10, field 8, field 11, field 12. He's now finishing halfway through finishing a contract on field 13. He's got a fertilising contract on 14 and a sowing contract on 15. So he's cracking on, but he does need to be replenished, as they say with seed. Everything's there we need, so we'll have to go up to field 13 and just obviously replenish his seeder so he can crack on and finish the contract for us, and he can crack on to field 14 and then field 15. We've got a bit to do. We have got shed loads of wool, and literally a shed load of wool to sell. So we'll probably have to go and maybe not buy a flatbed trailer, but we're going to have to lease one at, at the most, to get rid of it and sell. We've still got a manure spreader on lease. Think about possibly taking that back and buying one myself. I have seen one in the stores that it's not bad money. Obviously we'll take a bit of a chunk out of the bank, but it's sort of something we're going to need. It saves paying a lease on one. It's not something we use all the time. So people could say, why don't you just lease it every time you need it? That's true, but I think we'll just go and get one. So we're just going to say, pop on to field 13, go and replenish Fred, and yeah, and we'll go from there. Let's have a look. So we're not far away. He's up there so I can see him. I'll turn the indicator off. He's not done this part of the field yet, so there's no reason why we can't drive across it. Here we are, not too far away. So Fred, like I said, this front tank and this seeder, sowing machine you want to call it, we own this. This tractor, the foremost, it's quite a beast. That's on lease, but obviously we've earned our money back on that. We jump back in. We're just going to creep up here because the 4x4 is up here with the flatbed trailer on, which has got fertiliser and seed bags on. We're trying to keep it fairly close to the field, so obviously Fred ain't got too far to travel and all that. You know what I'm saying. We'll just pop up here. Here we go. Leave that running. be fine. So here we are, all loaded up. So we keep this fairly close to the contract work, and to be fair, it's quicker for me to go and fill this up at the stores while Fred is still cracking on with a contract job. Whoa there! And because I was talking, I have completely binned it. Oh dear, that is not good. This is a great start. So, as we were saying, back to the tractor. Oh dear. It's because I was talking. I knew it was top heavy. It's because, as always, I was talking and just driving like a bit of a nutter on the field. I've now flipped the whole lot over. I'd like to think, obviously in real life, it's not how you would do things, but I'd like to think with this, drop the trailer off, we can tip this back over in one go. Maybe not then. The only thing is, we're now going to tip the tractor over, aren't we? There we go, guys. Not how it would be done in the real life, but it saves us resetting the vehicle and starting again. Wow. I need to watch what I'm doing while I'm driving. Here we go. We can carry on now. Yeah, that was a great start. So I hope you had a chuckle at my expense, because it did make me smile. Right, so we'll carry on what we were doing. I think we'll take some seed from the back. So that's already opened up. Lovely. We'll jump out. We'll jump in the tractor. Right, now we can refill. So we'll start filling up from the back, hopefully from the rear seed pallets. Oh, it's taking it from the front pallet there for some reason. It is filling up. It's taking the seed. So now we've got 2 pallets floating in mid-air. Okay, fair enough. So not everything's perfect. But there we go. We can close that up. We'll get that started up. We'll get this out of the way. Heaven forbid. I wonder if I undo the tension straps, it will drop them pallets down. No, it will not. So we have got floating pallets, which is always a good start. Okay, so what we can do, we'll jump back in the foremost. We'll get Fred on his way. So Fred is now cracking on with the contract. I'll see how far he is with it actually. Go to the menu. He's 65, so he's over halfway done this contract, so it's not a bad thing, not a bad shout. Right. Now what's going to happen is that my tractor up there is going to be in the way. Try not to flip this over again. It's ever so, yeah. Feels like it wants to flip over nearly every time. So we'll park this back up here, turn the engine off. Right. I'm now going to be in the way, but we're off. This is still running, isn't it? Yes, it is. There we are. So Fred can crack on. We're not on his way. He's been replenished of seed. That's quite a cool tractor, isn't it? I said I am in love with this Fendt. I mean, I've probably said it before, I do like the most common brands, as you say, like Massey Ferguson, Case, John Deere. I mean, I've done a video on, live for me, I can't think what map it was on now, but I generally had John Deere equipment. John Deere mad I was. So it is nice for me to try and use different equipment. Like I said, I've never used the foremost tractor here before. The large front wheels, wide, looks quite smart. Just ideal for doing these sort of jobs. So in this Fendt, I've never used this before, and like I said, I've fallen in love with this. This is a brilliant little tractor. The trailer's a bit of a different trailer what I normally use, capacity wise, so yeah. We're just loving it at the minute. So we'll let him carry on. Like I said, we need to go and get a flatbed trailer. This trailer here has got a rear hitch. If we can take it back in one go, then I'll be chuffed with that. But more than likely is we're going to have to leave this manure down at the stores. Can't get my words out. Down at the stores here. Get the flatbed trailer. Go back. Load up. Bring all the wool down. Like I said, when I say a shed load, I mean a shed load of wool. We'll bring that down. We will sell that. Make some money. We will come and swap the manure spreaders over. So I'm probably going to buy one. Oh yeah, like I remember from the last episode, right at the bottom of the map there, in the middle pretty much, you've got field 39, grass field. Now I didn't realise that I actually owned that to start off with. 28, 29, field 30, field 31, I knew about them. Field 31, field 28 have got grass growing in them. Field 29 and field 30 have got wheat growing in them. Both fields have only took 2 states of fertilising. They won't take the 3rd state of fertilising yet. I don't know whether it's because we're playing seasons and, you know, I've got to let it grow a bit. I just don't know. I just thought I could put my 3 states of fertiliser down as soon as I wanted. Job done. Haven't got to worry about that. But it won't. But like I said, field 39 at the bottom was a huge field. And a lot of the storage sheds as such on Fred's farm, I have filled with grass. And there were loads of grass left. So I have made a load of silage bales, which are fermenting into silage. So that'll be another job which will happen, not on this episode, but it will happen for sale. So yeah, this is all the grass work machinery that I leased when I was doing field 39. So typically we've got the lawn. Yes, you can't see a mower. The front mower and the rear mower were Fred's, so they are at Fred's farm. I have borrowed them. They're in his storage. But obviously the bale wrapper here, the bale loading wagon here, and the windrower here, these are what I leased for the grass work. Obviously there will be grass work to do again, but not yet. There's no point me keeping this stuff on lease, and like I said, in the future I would like to buy my own bits of equipment. But anyway, all this stuff has got to be returned. So that's what we're now going to do. To be fair, I sort of forgot it was here. I only had this stuff a couple of days, so I wouldn't have lost out too much money. To get a better view, as you can see, if you can see the screen, top, sort of the right hand side, we are on day 1 of early summer. And I am, look at the clock, I am playing ×5, so the time is getting away from us. I'm doing 6-day seasons, if any of you was interested. Anyway, we're going to return this, so we can return that. That's that one done. Back out we go. Yes, I can go into the garage menu and return everything in one go, but I like to do it this way. So it's a little bit more realistic. Unlike me a little while ago, flipping the 4x4 over, rolling it over, me using the fence to tip it back up. Obviously not very realistic, but these things need to be done. So I couldn't deal with having to reset the vehicle and losing everything. So we return the bale wrapper. So good. I normally use the fast bale wrapper, and if you have played this game before, you might not have played this game before, but this is a baler. Obviously you can do hay bales, straw bales, you can do grass bales like a normal baler. Because this is a wrapper, it will wrap grass bales. Well, it won't wrap straw bales, but it will wrap grass bales and hay bales as they ferment into silage. I normally use the fast baler, and what the fast baler is, you can just keep on driving. It will load, wrap, unload, load, wrap, unload. And it's got like a chamber, so as the rear bale is wrapping on here ready for unloading, you can keep driving and refilling up a chamber. And that's one of my sort of go-to mods. I didn't use it this time. I've said I've used this one, so it's still a bale wrapper, so it would fill up the chamber, chuck the bale on here, and you had to sort of stop. But then while it was wrapping this one, you could carry on, fill up the chamber, but then you had to stop and manually unload before you could carry on. So you still had to stop, manually unload, but it's still a good bit of kit. Like I said, the fast baler is one of my preferred mods, but I like to say I like to use different things, and it was fun. I like doing baling jobs. So anyway, so we can return that. Let's look at our money. We're not doing too bad. So we have got to lease this trailer, but by the time we bring on the wall down, we're going to be sort of quids in a little bit. I said, my tipper trailer there has got a rear hitch, so I'm sort of hoping that maybe, I mean, we have got to come back anyway, but I would rather try and take both back in one go. But there you go. As you can see, top right hand corner, some money has gone out for Fred's wages. Obviously he's using my equipment, he's using my seeder, he's using the tractor I have leased, but he is working on my contracts, if that makes sense. Anyway, in here again, we return this. Right, so tractor should go right there. Right, so we're going to the stores. We will go to, we can go to low loaders first, but there's nothing, a lot of them are articulated as such. There's nothing much. I mean, you've got that one, which is a cheap, really cheap trailer, look. £510 to lease. It's not a bad trailer, actually. I did have my, where are we? Baling technology. So that little trailer there was £510 to lease, nothing. I have looked at all these. I mean, this is quite a big trailer. More designed for bales, but we could get the wall pallets on there. That is just over £1,300 to lease. My bale collectors. There's the fast baler. You've probably seen me use that before. Right. So we have got this. That's about the same. Look, that's £510 to lease. Not bad. What's this one to lease? That's £561 to lease. What we got here? What's that? That's £555 to lease. So I haven't used this one before. Out of the rolling pack. That's 800. Okay, so these are auto load bale trailers, but surely you can still use them. I haven't used these ones before. From the rolling pack, I quite like them. Not bad money to lease, really. Wow, just by changing the tyres makes the lease price completely bonkers. Do you know what? Because I haven't used this trailer before, it's obviously got straps. I think we're going to go for this. The other one was 510 to lease. This was 555. We'll lease this. Why not? So I haven't used it before. I like to use different stuff. I'm hoping that we can just put pallets on there. Hunky dory. Right. So we have now leased that trailer. Looks good enough. Let's just see, like I said, if we can, probably can't, but if we can take the whole cadoodle-garoodle all the way back with us. So the tractor's good. The tractor's had maintenance work done on the tractor, and it is full of diesel. I don't know whether it would or not. It probably won't, but it's worth a try. Wow, it will. Back here, we can take the whole lot. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to turn around some of these bends. But we can take the whole lot back in one go. I'm quite chuffed with that. Excuse me. Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's get out. Whoa! There's me not paying attention. So as always, you've seen me roll a vehicle. You've now seen me drive into a vehicle. Up on the yonder there, we can see Fred. He is cracking on with that contract job. Bless his little heart. He has worked really hard. I mean, there he is. Let's see how he's just stopping. Let's see he's getting on the contract. 80% on that contract. So he is really cracking on. I'm Grad. Let's have a look. So let's see if we can actually get in here in one go. I'd like to think so. This end, yes. Here we go. So I'm pretty chuffed we managed to get both these trailers in one go. So we have got a shed load. I keep saying this because you will see. So yeah, probably not one of the most interesting episodes you've seen, but like I said, I like this game. I play this game how I want to play it. That's how I've always been told. If people enjoy watching it, great. If they don't want to watch it, you know, that's their opinion. I just do it, like I said, for a bit of fun. I like to, people who do watch me, I like to, you know, try and keep up to date with them. Right, this is where I'm going to struggle, I think. This might be a case of drop this trailer. No. So that's amazing. So look, I've flipped the 4x4 over. I've driven to another car, but getting around there, I've done it in one. Didn't get stuck, didn't hit the fence, didn't hit nothing. Absolutely brilliant. Man's got, he has got some skills, you see. Right, are we going to have to get into the yard in one go? Just so here we go. Look, this is what I was saying. There's the shed, and when I said a shed load of wool, there's all the wool. Maybe, I mean, we could have been more expensive. We could have leased an Arctic, a truck with a flatbed trailer, and probably took a lot of that in one go. But can't do it all. So what I will do, I will probably leave the flatbed there. So there's all the wool we've got to sell. There are the silage bales, which are fermenting into silage. I said they're only done yesterday, so if we get our little machine up, they ain't going to be nowhere near it yet. Probably still going to be grass. Grass, look, 30 hours to go on that bale. Grass, 41.5, 29 hours to go. So they are going. Just take their time. Yeah, 20. So it's going to be another couple of days before they're ready to be sold. I don't know at the moment in summer how much these are worth. They're worth more different time of the year. Wool is fairly good. It does fluctuate a little bit, but we can sell this pretty much all year round and make an alright profit on it. Silage bales I'm not 100% about. It's going to rain today. Where are we? What's the animals like? They're not great, I don't think. Ooh. Yeah, they need sorting out. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Here we go. So, if we come down. So, eggs fluctuate quite a bit. Wool, okay, it does fluctuate a little bit. I mean, we're not in the greatest, but it's not too bad. Wood chip silage. Silage, yeah, okay, we could do better. It is worth more later on. So maybe, I'm actually shocked about the wool. There was me saying that wool's not too bad, but we've just missed the best time to sell it. But we're not at the lowest point to sell it, so it would be, you know, it's not going to be a bad thing to sell this today. So anyway, so there you go, a shed load of wool and a load of silage. Obviously animals need sorting out, which is obviously, you know, which without saying. Eggs are alright, we're getting there with eggs. So the grass field is coming along. Should we have a quick look while we're here? Let's have a look. So we're 67% grown on the grass field, but so it's not taken that last fertiliser state. I don't know why. I mean, I could have a quick look while I'm here. Oh, we've got a tiny little bit of I think that's wheat there, a little bit, a tiny bit of feed there for the chickens. We have from the grass work, so I keep jumping in and out of conversation. So here we are, this is the manure spreader that we've got on lease. There's a little bit of manure in that, so I will use that for that. This is something from the grass work, this is on lease. But obviously it has got a bit of grass in it. So we will see if we can use that to feed the animals before we take that back. So that has got to go back, I forgot about that. But so I'm just interested to see if this grass will take the second state. This is growing a lot better than this other field is. So what was that, 67%? It's 33. So I'm like to think that will take some liquid manure. So there we are. Look, we've filled up. This is crazy. From field 39, we're at the bottom here. We have, I mean, they're not massive piles. We can't. So we've filled. I mean, it's coming out. We've filled up one of his storage sheds here at Fred's farm. If we jump over the fence, he's got a little extension on the side of his building. This is obviously full with grass. There's the mower. There's the rear mower. There's a front mower we were using from Fred. If we come all the way around here to the other storage shed, this is full of grass. Obviously nothing in here because he said he liked to put his machinery in here, which is fair enough. But yeah, this is all full of grass. So we've got, I mean, obviously it's amazing because we will soon get through it. But we've got a little bit in storage for a little while. And obviously Fred's good to let us store it here. So we'll go all the way back. We'll turn our beacon off now. Yes, we are in someone else's yard, but we're all right. The wheel loader. Fred has got a big bag handler for it, so we can possibly, we can load up the flatbed with the Fed, but I might use that to load the trailer up. We'll see. But obviously we sold his old one when we got that one for him. We put a bit of money towards it. He was quite chuffed. So we've got a little bit of manure in there for doing field 39. So field 39 is huge. We're going to get through that quite quick, but we can make a start. So what we'll do, we'll chip this up. Is that unloading? What's it not unloading for? It's a bit strange. Doesn't seem to want to unload in there. Can we not? Okay. Don't really want to be putting it out here. It's sort of blocking the way, but it won't unload into the what I would call the manure little silo bit, into the storage bit there. So I'm having to tip, unfortunately, all in on the side here. Oh well. Yeah, that's a little bit strange. A little bit odd, I must say. Right. What I will do to be a bit cheeky, I'm going to leave the trailer here. Fred, bear in mind. I mean, we've stored all that grass in this place. I mean, wow, you ain't going to worry about a little trailer. Anyway. I'm just, like I said, I'm interested to see. This little sprayer is on lease as well. So I've still got a few bits on lease. I'll be interested to see if this will take a third state of fertiliser. I don't see why it wouldn't. Not the quickest thing in the world. Let's have a look, shall we? So hang on. It does look like it has taken that. Let's go on to the menu. Where are we? Field 28. So we'll get rid of the line. I'm not too sure. Don't think it actually has. Yeah, a bit of an odd one, really. Normally there's a colour, you know, a difference. If you played this game, you know when you fertilise, there's normally a different sort of colour appear, but there isn't. So whether it is just doing it or not, I don't know. So I've decided to be a bit annoying. I just want to check. Let's have a look and see if but nothing's actually changed on there. It's not got darker, any darker to say it has been. So I can't remember. I've not played seasons enough to remember if it will take. Have I got crop destruction on? I don't think I have. I wonder if it will take this as a third coating. It will. So that's a little bit of a bonus. We can actually get our third state of fertilising down on our crops, and at the minute I'm not destroying anything because it hasn't grown as they've grown, but these wouldn't take any sort of fertilising at all, a third state, for some reason. This sprayer isn't great for reversing. I'm not the greatest driver, but because this is so small and diddy. So then if we go on to the fertilising state now for field 30, there we go, as you can see. So this is what I thought this might have done, but it hasn't. So maybe I can only put 2 states down, but this and this can be fertilised. So that's not a bad thing, is it? So to be fair, like I said, this side I'm going to sell the wall while we're here, and I know it's doing it. I mean, field 29 does need to be done, don't get me wrong, but field 30 that we're on here is not a huge field. So we can quickly, just quickly, well, I say quickly, get this bit done. Just so it's done, just so I know it is done. I can always come back to field 29. So this little spray is not huge, but it takes a long time to go down. It's ample enough to do these fields. Like I said, it is on lease, and I would like to buy myself something, but since it all comes down to money, you know, all that, like it always does, and for what I use it, it's one of them. Do I justify buying it, or do I buy something like this, or do I just take this back to the stores? One of them. It's a hard one to call. So we'll quickly do this. So I said, not, you know, you've seen people do this before, so not the most exciting thing to see, but I'm just, for my own personal preference, I'm glad that it's taken its third state now, because I know field 29 will. Like I said, I was a bit strange that it's taken it on field 28 for the grass, because it sounds silly. A way to find out whether it'll take it or not is to hire a worker, and if it won't take it, it will say the hired worker had stopped, but it was taking it, but it's not showing up as it's taken the third fertilising stage, as you saw. So yeah, a little bit confused about that. If anyone does know, and I'm right in thinking that maybe just on grass work you can only put 2 states of fertilising, because some people don't even fertilise the grass. I know they don't. I've watched other people, and some people say there's no point, you don't need to, but I sort of do, just to get that, you know. You wait quite a while for it to grow, like any sort of crop, because, you know, it's not like a cereal crop, but it's a crop, isn't it, at the least. And obviously the work you put into preparing the fields, you know. Well, looks like Fred is done. Oh, it looks like that Fred is done on that contract, which is handy dandy, because he can start the next contract in field 14. What we'll do, so we've got a little bit to do now. We've got to get rid of the wall, sell the wall, make a bit on that, return the trailer. We've got to go and see Fred, sort him out on finishing the contracts over. We've got to sort the animals out. Like I said, I'm now just sorting this out. Yeah, so I said, at least I know that this works. So to be fair, I might leave that there. I'm not going to do this one while we are streaming, but I said there is a bit to be done. I'm hoping. Go. Wow. Well, that's taken all of that. It's not a bad thing. So we do need a bit of a tidy up. I'm trying to remember why I left the front loader for this. I think we came past it when we came past the shed with all the wool in. So there's me saying about how much grass we had. To be fair, it's not going to last that long, because I know it's not. Whoop, almost tipped the tractor. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit of repeat, but I have got to sort the animals out now. So what we will do is pull that up there. We'll turn it off. So we need to go and sort Fred out. Time is getting on, so we're playing times 5. It is first day of early summer. It's now 9:45. We can use the front loader, with the wheel loader, if you like to call it. Right, so this is a new bit of a kit that we got for Fred. Oh, but it is going to be worth its weight in gold. The other one just wasn't great. Oh, hang on a minute. We've just had the dreaded message come up in the top right hand corner, if you can see. The internet connection quality is currently not certificate to broadcast gameplay. So it says that we're not broadcasting at the moment, which is a bit of a bugger. But it still says that I'm on air. What we will do, we'll just go into the options here. Okay, sorry about that. It does say that we're on air still, and that's always the way. I'd like to try and do about an hour stream, if not maybe a little bit more. And we are about nearly 40 minutes into this stream, and I know it's going to happen. As always, it's just going to cut me off. So I'm going to be talking like I am now, doing all your heads in, yapping away, and all of a sudden, bye, it just cut me off. Without me obviously like saying goodbye, trying to wrap things up and sort of thank you for people for watching and all that, it'll just cut me off. And I hate that, because obviously people who watch this must think I'm rather rude. But honestly, it is to do with my internet. It's not great. But it's good internet as such, but obviously there's a lot of devices connected to the internet in this house. Obviously my boys play live on PlayStation and Xbox. Obviously Sky is on, everything runs through the one router. Obviously I'm doing stream, as you would like to say, trying to use majority of internet. Oh, we're stuck. Yeah, it's one of them. We all know how it goes. There's me saying how much grass we've got, but really I've just took 3 bucket loads out, and we've made quite a big hole in it. It's annoying because I've got so much grass off field 39, and the other grass would have been so handy to put into storage, but there's nowhere for it to go. Leave it out in the elements when it's raining and that, it'll just disintegrate as such. So I said I made the silage bales, but don't forget, field 31, well, field 28 is 60% grown. Field 31 is getting there, so there will be grass from that. So the time we make a hole in this, you know, there will be room to store and keep that grass. So it's not bad. So field 39 will probably be the same again when that comes round. We need to obviously get that prepared and that. That needs to have manure and that spread in it before it starts growing and that. All that. Yeah, we'll get there. Just, you know, so I am playing times 5, and it's very different. Very different. I'm going to take one more. Oh, fairly full. I'd like to think that the trailer is fairly full now anyway. Oh, nowhere near it. I think they ain't going to go in there. We'll have a look. I don't think it's going to go in there. Okay, a little bit did. So it's not so bad. Right. I'd like to think that should be enough for both pens, but drop that down. Right, everybody. So yeah, they do need a clean up. They do need a bit of water, the sheep and that, but they're all, you know, they're not dying. They're all right for the moment. I'm hoping that's only going to take a little bit of that. Do well. So the rest can just be scooted round here, and I must get rid of that wall. So we go to left to tip side right. So I need the menu button there because I do forget. What we'll do, we'll leave that there. We will, I know what we will need. We'll definitely need the front weight. So you don't need to see me. I mean, obviously I'm now going to just load a trailer up with wool. But it is something different. You've seen me feed the animals. You've seen me do that quite a few times, you know. But obviously that's, on this particular map, on this particular stream, on this game, this is how I'm making most of my money. Yes, I'm doing contract work, but I am making the majority of my money by the animals, with the wool and the eggs. Mainly wool. Obviously the eggs are coming through. Whoa, what's going on there? What happened there? Okay. Anyway, so we need to take a bit of a trek back. So I could use a tractor to load up, but I'm going to use the wheel loader. Let's have a look. So eggs are pretty good. If you can hear my boys shouting in the background, I do apologise. They're just brotherly love as always. Right. So we could use a tractor, but I want to use this. Let's tip that off. Let's go and get the big bag handle out for this bit of kit. Get around the side here. Go. So I think the manure spreader I've looked at is about 25k. See, not the cheapest, but well, it is one of the cheapest, not the most expensive by far, and it's got a good capacity on it. But we'll take that back. So I'm hoping that money we get out of all this. Well, while we're here, so I do find the Fendt a bit more nimble for these sort of jobs. This is good. It does this job okay, and we can be unrealistic as always and pick up 2 pallets in one go, which I always do. Make it a little bit easier for myself. But this is a bit of a clumsy machine for the little jobs. But we'll see. So while we're going past, it's just that dip always catches me out. I don't know how many pallets we're going to get on there and how many pallets that the tractor will be able to take. But there, like I kept saying, there's a shed load. And it quite literally is a shed load. Oh, sorry about that. Right. And they fit in there quite nicely, don't they? Whether I'm going to be daring and double stack or maybe stack on the middle, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know whether the the fence has got quite a bit of grunt to her, but whether she'll strap up properly, wheelie, whether she'll strap up properly or not is a different case, and whether she'll handle all right. You know, you've already seen me flip the 4x4 over to start off with, and that wasn't too bad to rectify. If I flip this over, all the effort as such to loading it all up, I'm not going to be most impressed. But like I said, we'll get there, we'll make a bit of money and I'll be happy. So field 29 needs fertilising, and field 38 right on the bottom needs manuring and everything. Field 13 is done for a contract, so it's field 14 and 15 to crack on with. Yeah, and may I say, day one of early summers, it's all going in the right direction, as they say. We will obviously need a bale for, because obviously if we're playing seasons, something you might know, you might know, you might not know. So these are fermenting the silage. If we're not playing seasons as such, they will be silage bale straight away. You can sell them straight away. But like I said, because it's the seasons and these bales need to actually ferment in the silage, I could not sell them straight away. So when I had that, obviously the bale loader, which I just took back to the stores a little while ago, I would have potentially have used that to have sold the bale straight away. Obviously we can't, so it's going to be a case of when they're ready, it is going to be like a flatbed trailer like this, and it's going to be all you know, manual loading as such. Strap it all down and take it down and sell it, but that ain't going to happen yet because obviously they're not ready. Don't want to knock these off, so I want to try and take quite a few before I finish, just so you can see what sort of money I'm looking at. Also, it's not the best time of year to sell them, but it's okay. Right. I mean, where do you start? So you could have done this a little bit better with the fence with the front loader on. But as I said, I like to use this machine. I don't want to pick up 3 in one go, so she'll pick up 2. Let's hope there's no issue down at the sell point, the cylinders. Oh, just caught that pallet. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at doing this. This is an auto load trailer, but it wouldn't auto load these anyway because they're not bales. So not the greatest. That back, I can see that back one's not great. Yeah, I'm not going with a Pacific row here, I'm just going for the first bales that I sort of come to. Ooh. Maybe I could have parked the fence somewhere a bit different. I don't know. Oh, a bit more of a bigger gap than I wanted. I mean, the wall here is crazy. So I don't know if I dare go for one more row on the back. I mean, if I can put the other ones closer, maybe. But as I do, like a buffoon. So I'm wondering now, can I be cheeky and put a couple in the middle? What do you reckon? Should we give it a go? Just hoping that the fence and everything will be alright, because it does lag a bit when you have a lot of pallets on the trailer. A lot of stuff in one place, like bales and pallets. The computer does start getting a bit laggy. Will it strap as well? So what we'll do is not knock them all off. Hopefully I'm alright height wise. I haven't checked. Oh yeah, loads of room. I'm hoping. Ooh, I am feeling brave. Don't want to go too mad. But I want to try and make a good amount of money in one go. We'll try from this view, but see, then now what I'm saying, I don't know whether I would have got the fence. Wouldn't have come this high, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, not the greatest job that I've done, but I need to come down fairly well. So I don't even know the fence, can I like it, whether she'll tip over. Who knows? Where am I going? I said, not the greatest in this machine, a little bit clumsy for what maybe I need. But it's doing the job, I want to use it, it's a new addition. So 4 more pallets and we can rock and roll. There, that's good enough. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit glitchy now, so it makes me wonder what's going to happen when I start to drive off in the fen. I mean, at first, obviously starting out, we have a lot of money, so as soon as wall pallets were appearing, like 5 or 6 at a time, I was taking them down, selling them straight away. Obviously, yeah, money is fluctuating, but we're doing okay. We are surviving. So it's just a need of, obviously there are other jobs to be done, to get done. I didn't really want to keep flying down the stores, and every episode you saw was me going down the stores with like 4 or 6 pallets of wool every time. Obviously feeding the animals is quite a common occurrence, but that needs to be done. Anyway, look, this is done. I don't know how it's going to react. So can I put straps on? Oh, no. Okay. So they're all strapped at the minute. Let's see how the old Fent reacts. We'll put a beacon on. I want to flip her over. I want to turn around. Yeah, top heavy or what? But so definitely the tractor way. Not too bad, but we haven't gone that far yet. I haven't flipped it over yet. Which for me, being at 30 seconds is not a bad thing. Right. So what we'll do, I don't know if we're going to get around here, look. No. I don't really want to have to go all the way out the other end of the yard and go out that way. Surely we can get round. He says no, we can't. Well, there we are, everybody. That's torn it. Now we are knackered. I don't know if I'm even achieving anything like this. Wow. That was painful. Painful for me and painful for you to watch, I believe. Yeah, she's fairly heavy, top heavy. I'm a bit... Obviously, it makes sense to take a good load in one go, but I'm very dubious. It did not take a lot for me to obviously flip the 4x4. Look at the time. It's nearly 20 past 11 already. So it's playing times 5. Really, for these sort of jobs, even though I want the seasons to roll through, if while I'm playing times 5, really, when I'm doing these sort of jobs, because it's making me money, and I'm sort of not rushing, but I've got to get on with it. It makes me wonder if I should put it back on ×1 on normal time scale, then go back to ×5, obviously. But I played at ×5. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do. Just have no time. It's so. This isn't the most fastest paced farming video you probably watched, but for my pace, it is quicker. You know, I normally call a bit of a jogger, bit of a plodder. I don't want to be too with these, because I do not want to tip this over. I think I will cry. I think I will cry if I tip this over. But we haven't tipped it over yet. I'm happy with that. We are going south. Hopefully, it said there'd be no drama at the sell point, because that happens sometimes. So we do need to go and see. We do need to go and sort Fred out. I am watching the time. I am dubious of that as well. Oh, so I never used this trailer before, so it's nice to use something new. Right. So here we are at the sell point. So a bit of a slow jog down here, but obviously we know why. Let's see how we get on. Which is this one load, see what money we make. Look at that, 22,294. And that was one load. One load. I mean, yes. I am chuffed. I don't understand it, but I am chuffed with that. That is brilliant. One load that was. Wow. You cannot grumble at that. Yes, I am speechless. Now that was brilliant. Over 22, nearly 23 grand for some wool. It's bonkers, isn't it? Right, let's go and sort this man out. Right, so he has done this contract here on field 13. Let's roll on back to the contracts. Field 13, there we are, look. £18,312. Thank you kindly. So, really, I want the contract for field 14 now, which I believe is a fertilising contract. 15 is a sowing contract. Field 14, there we go. Fertilise field 14 with any type of fertiliser, liquid, solid, slurry or manure. It's paying out not shy of 17 grand. Obviously I've got to pay away. So we're going to accept the contract on field 14. What we will do is, this is a bad little kick, a bit of kick this tractor. The fertiliser is unfortunately right round the other side of field 12, but we're not far away, so I'm trying to keep all these things close. So I knew there were sowing jobs, you know, seeding jobs, sowing jobs, and fertilising jobs all quite near each other in a row, if that makes sense. So they're not the best paying ones because they're all close. It sort of makes sense. So what we can do is, we're going to need that for field 15. So to lower that, we can drop that off. Might as well drop that off while we're here. Right. So a little bit of a trek. Yeah and no. What we'll do, just get him set up, like I said. This is a beastly little tractor. The wide wheel rear and front. There's the 4x4 with the floating pallets. I've say the fertiliser, the solid fertiliser. This is on lease. Not a bad mod. I've used it. First time I've used this mod is on here. It's not a very, very old mod, and it's cheap as chips. It's such a cheap fertiliser, and the capacity, I think, is about an 18-metre spread, and the capacity doesn't seem huge, but it's like that little liquid fertiliser spray we looked at. It doesn't get through it quickly. You get some of this real big equipment, and it just ploughs through it. This, you know, it is good. Which is the front, which is the back, I think. Turn circle's not great on this tractor, I must admit. I had this on lease. Is this the right way? There we go. So I say, it doesn't look the biggest thing in the world, but it is ideal. It is a brilliant bit of kit. Bit grubby in here. Obviously this is on lease, this tractor. Might clean it before we go back, I don't know. Even the stereo's dirty. I mean, we don't need a lot, but we could fill it up just to try and get one of them floating pallets off the trailer. So handy having this right here. Right. Okay, take from the other pallet. That's crazy. Look at it floating. Oh, she's full. So field 14 is here. What I will do, I will start it off so I haven't got to walk all the way down. There we go. So that's a contract. We've now started on field 14. So we'll get down to near the where the fence is, and we'll jump out and we'll carry on. Yes, if you just notice, Fred's turned into a female. So, you're going to fly for this contract. There's the fence, so I'm going to jump out. Fred's going to carry on, as he does. Running up and down fields the whole time. It's me who's doing the donkey work. Right. So that's him rocking and rolling again. I love that word, rocking and rolling. So, you see what we've got for one load of wool. Maybe we could have got a few more pallets on there, but I don't want to risk it too much. So that was one load of wool. One load of wool. Crazy, eh? Like I said, field 29 needs finishing off for fertilising. Field 39 hasn't even been started for fertilising state yet. Animals still need sorting out. They need a bit more feed. They need a clean up. They need some water. Chickens need some feed. So the sheep need a clean up. They need a bit of water. The chickens need some feed. It's all happening. It's now 12 o'clock. Now 1 minute past 12. So playing this times 5 is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Time I've done field 30, time I've done even ready field, the grass fields will need cutting, which in a bad thing. Yeah, we're getting there. We are ploughing through it. Whoop. But I am chuffed with what we got for that first load of wool. I'm going to say, we're not even in peak season. Not even in peak season. You know. And what we just got to pay for that. Look at our money. I mean, it's going down, obviously. But look at our money. You cannot grumble at that. So I do want to buy some equipment. I do want to buy another tractor. For them. Oh my god. For them contract jobs. But we'll see. What am I doing? Completely wedged that. There we go. We're there. says, and we know what we get for one load of wool, which is brilliant. What I will do, so that needs to be loaded back up. Cracking job. I am dude with time, don't you worry. What I am thinking before I go is, if you're interested, is to take the manure spreader that I have got on lease. Go and get rid of that little bit on field 39. There's not a lot in it, I don't think. And then take that back and go and buy the manure spreader that I said I was going to buy. Just so you see, you don't might not be that interested in it, but it needs to be done. So this is on lease. It's done its job. So I can lease everything if I want. But some of the things it's worth buying. What we'll do, it's a bit of a trek. We'll trundle down to field 39. We'll empty this out, and then we will go and buy ourselves one. I think it's 25 grand, so it's not so bad. But there's like I said, there's like, bring the map up. So like I said, as we always do, I like to recap. Field 29 and field 30 are growing. They are growing wheat as feed for the chickens. Field 30 has had its third state of fertilising. Field 29 is ready for its last state of fertilising. Field 28 is growing of grass. That is 60%. That's not far from being done. Field 31 is growing of grass. Right down the bottom here where we're now going, field 38 is where I've done all that grass work and got all them silage bales off. Ridiculous, crazy. Whoop. Here we go. So if you can hear, maybe you can hear my boys in the background. I do apologise. Well, they're just boys, typical boys. So is this even taking this? So for some reason that doesn't want to take the fertiliser, the manure on this field. Very strange. What is going on? So maybe because it's got to be ploughed, because it's not. It's just it was originally a grass field. Well, if that's the case, then, and it won't take any sort of fertilising at all, it's not a bad thing, because it means it's just going to keep growing, and it'll be a free one. So what we'll do, we'll just keep that running. Hasn't been fertilised or done. It's just grown. So this is just going to be a grass field. It's one that we get a lot of yield off, but we're not going to have to put any sort of state of fertiliser in it, because I'm now getting rid of all this manure on here, and like I said, it's not even going to come up with a fertilising state. But I still will go and buy a manure spreader. Well, maybe I won't in a minute. Maybe I don't need to at the moment. There we go. Let's have a look. So, go back to the menu. Field 39. It is showing up as nothing's been fertilised. Nothing at all. So that's just going to be one of them fields. So it's not a bad thing. Oh, I'm quite shocked. Here we go. Do you know what? I'm quite happy, but I probably will jinx it now. We've been streaming now for over an hour. I don't normally stream for much longer than that, but so the problem I have with my internet, we're always going wrong in that. I had the one message that come up which said that the internet wasn't great. As we could say, but it's not kicked me off yet. So like I said, if you watch any of my videos and all of a sudden they just end without me saying like goodbye or anything like that, or thanks for watching, that is why, because the internet does kick me off. But I said I've enjoyed today. I really have. We just get on, we've got something to achieve, we've made some money. But say, playing seasons and playing times 5. So you watch the clock, it goes up. It's 25 to 1 now. So we have, let's see what we've done. Fred's completed a contract. He's now started another contract for us. We've fed the sheep, but we've not had a clean up, not fed in water. We have loaded, we've tipped some manure. We have loaded 1 trailer load of wool up, sold that, and driven around a bit, and that's all we've really done. And we're halfway through the day already. Crazy saying this to say this time scale of times 5 is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Like I said, I might not buy a spreader now. I said I'm interested. I have been looking at a tractor, and it's another Fendt. It's quite well priced, and it's quite up there with the, you know, with the slot count, as they say, if you know what I'm on about. But I might somehow justify it. Somehow. Anyway. So we will return this spreader back to the store. So this is leased. We don't own this. It's just sort of sitting around. Drop that off. Oh. So we can, 5 days I've had that, so we can return that. Like I said, I'm not going to buy it now, but if any of you were interested, so, the second one there, that's the one that we had on lease. I mean, that's not huge. We had that on lease. Not a bad capacity, 12 metre spread. So that's 43. That's 27 grand, but that's not huge. 43 grand. But we leased that, and we leased that for 5 days, and it worked out cool. So we leased that for 2,193. We had that over 5 days. So that's quite a bit. We've got all these other ones. Look at the prices of them. Capacity. I mean, that one there, spread 24 metre spread, but that's nearly 100k. And that 92k for 24 metre spread, 65k for 50 metre spread. That's not too. That's 49 grand for 15 metre spread. 31. You see, what I'm going with this with all these, but this on the end here, look right on the end. A good capacity, 25 grand and a 15 metre spread. That was what I was going to go for. Because they all go from 16, 15, 12 to 24 metre spread. But generally, that's quite a common one. Look, 15 metre spread. So for 25 grand, that was what I was going to go for. We'll have a quick look at it. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to buy it now. Shall I or shan't I? Be on to, so that's 26, so there's me saying I won't, but now we're here at the store, so I'm looking at the tyre options. Now we're here at stores, I am tempted to buy it. I really am. So it's going to be now 26,700. What are we? We're 137 in the bank. So I do want to buy another tractor to carry on this contract work. We have got a load more wool to sell. So theoretically we can justify it. I'm buying it. Sorry, too late. It is done. I bought it. It's done. There it is. We took the dive and we bought it. We will use it. And it looks like Fred has stopped again. It's okay. Wow. So it's quite high up. It's on the front of this. I think horsepower would be fine. Just. Oh. Well, it's done. Like I said, we are borrowing the mower setup in a minute from Fred, but that's going to be another common thing. So it's like, do we keep borrowing or do we just buy? At the minute we can borrow, but you know, I really want to upgrade to another tractor. I really do. Whoa there. Yeah, so I didn't really need to buy this, but hey, it's nice to spend money on the game. So we've got plenty more wool, as I keep saying, my little pun, a shed load. And as you saw, a shed load of wool to get rid of. Let's have a look. (3:03). Crazy, like I said, the time just blows me away. There we go. But you think about it, that one load of wool was what, 22,000, what, 300? So this was 26 grand. So we take another load of wool down, we've paid for this trailer easily. Obviously the silage bales there, that they will go at some point. Obviously we've got loads more wool, but we've got loads going on. Say Fred's doing contract work for us. We're having to pay him, but we're reaping the benefits, the money out of that. You know, it's all good. That trailer needs to go back. Keep saying that. I said we didn't really need this manure spreader. Well, we did need it. We didn't need it now, but it's done. I had the money, so I do really want to buy another tractor. Then the one that Fred's got on lease, he can either have this Fendt, and I'll have the new one, or the new one can do a lot of the harvesting, a lot of the contract work, which, to be fair, wouldn't be a bad thing. Right. Yep, we are going to do one more wool run, as they say. Yeah, we will. Keep deciding what I'm going to do. We will do one more run before we disappear. Do I fancy? There's a little bit of music for this last bit. Country, 70s, pop, rock. Let's have a bit of rock, shall we? As always, 2 pallets at a time. Whoop. getting some nice comments from people. Well, nice comments, you know, people saying hello and that, which I always appreciate. Hello to you people. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, I have been streaming for a little while now, so I will be calling it a day soon, but I appreciate people, even if they just pop in for 5 minutes to have a quick look at my channel, yeah, at my stream, and just go, oh, you know, if you're interested in this sort of thing. So yeah, I appreciate people just popping in, as they say, to say hello. You know, if you've got to go and do your own thing again, that's cool. I'm just happy to be here as always, you know me. Will do. Oh, this is not the greatest load in the world. Do we be a bit sneaky? Double up again, take a good, decent... I mean, like I said, we've took one load. We've took one load of wool down to the sell point. We've made quite a hole in it. This is what I like. Easy. Try and knock it all over. Not the neatest stacking, but it does its job. It's all going to be sold. As long as we keep it on there, time we get down to the stores, I'll be happy. With the glitch, it's okay. Do I be brave and put one more on the back? Yes. For the money. Oh, I didn't hit the post on this one. Yeah, for the money, it is worth it. Get him. gonna stay on there. Ooh, just right. Jump back into the fence, strap her up. Let's try to tip it over. Oh yeah, we struggled to get out of the gate last one, didn't we? Didn't think of that. You're going to see me struggle now. It's interesting to see what we get for this. So we've got to take this really gingerly, and like I said, I couldn't get out the gate last time. Same this time. Whoa there. Go. Please, please do not tip over. Here we go. So yeah, I mean, let's turn it off. I'm so chuffed that we managed to get something done today, and I haven't been kicked off, anything like that. So like I said, as always, I'm going to recap like I always do. Fred's been going mad. He's been doing loads of contract work for us with a lease tractor. So I said I've had my eye on one. What else? Yeah, with another contract, you've seen me do, well, a tiny bit of field work, which is literally put a bit of liquid fertiliser down. All you've really seen me do today is one of these episodes where I just drive around, you know, just killing time, you know, just driving around being a menace. But obviously we are making money at the same time. So yeah, here we go. So we're going to go and sell this. I can see Fred in front of us. We'll go and sort him out. Then I must get the fields prepped for fertilising and ready for when they're for harvest. So field 29, that needs sorting out. But by the looks of it, there's nothing to do to field 39. That's just going to be its own grass field with its own yield. It's not bad. So yeah, animals, as always, animals need sorting out. As always, Fred needs sorting out. And as always, there's some sort of field work to sort out. So we will sell this load of wool, and I'm going to say bid you adieu. I will go and sort Fred out, and I will go and sort these other jobs out. So this is day one of early summer, and we are getting for that 7 minutes past 2 now. Absolutely flying for it. Let's get rid of this. And my beacon on. Let's see. So we got what, 22,300 and something like that. Should have written it down really. Let's see what we get for this. There we go. Top right hand corner. A little bit less. 22,051. So the price for it's gone down a little bit. As you can see, we're back up in the money again. Them two trips have paid potentially for the lease of this trailer, have paid for the purchase of that manure spreader, and is paying towards some of Fred's wages to do jobs on my contract fields. So I am chuffed. Whoop. You see Fred over there, so I will go and sort him out. And yeah, I'm gonna go. So I've really enjoyed the day. I'm so glad that we didn't get kicked off the internet and all that. Brilliant. Thanks for the people who did pop in. Thanks to the people who have commented just to say, like I said, just to pop in and say hello. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so this is Jay Plays Farm Simulator 19 on Lawfolds. I hope people have enjoyed it as much as I have. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you.